That is not good at all. Look at the state of that. Fucking disgusting, Jan. What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Just a recap from last video. Obviously in the last video you saw me trade my Supra back for my old S15 that I've been missing for a while. Yeah, that I didn't want to get rid of when I had to get rid of it basically. It looks a lot different than what it used to when I had it. But yeah, still an awesome car. But yeah, the previous video you saw me go and collect the S15, do sort of a reveal with that, but I took it straight to Driftland and sent it around Driftland, which some of you may think, wow, what a knob, but yeah, it was a great experience. Great to be able to drift the car, use it for what it was built for, use it for what it was actually used for in Japan. And yeah, apart from a few teething issues, the car was the car was mega. So yeah, I'm really happy I managed to make it work and managed to get it to Driftland and get it at least be able to get some drifting in the actual car. So then in today's video, I'm gonna actually show you briefly around the car. The car's filthy at the minute, it needs clean. So yeah, just gonna give you a little preview tour of the car, a little bit of an incident that may have happened at Driftland, and go from there. This is how the S15 sits currently. Different front bumper, it's got an Origin Lab front bumper, wider front fenders, or arches should I say. The bonnet is just a normal bonnet, the other one used to be vented. Same side skirts as what I used to have originally. Rear arches, I can't remember off the top of my head if they're the same, I don't think they are. Obviously it doesn't have the 326 bar wing anymore. Different rear bumper. The exhaust exit is now single exit exhaust instead of a dual like before. There's a little lip spoiler, which it's alright, could do with something a bit bigger-ish. Still got the same rear lights that I put in. It's got a nice little rear bash bar now, which was really handy for drifting. Still got the cage and everything that I had in it before. Interior-wise, this is the steering wheel I put on for drifting. This is the original steering wheel it came with from Japan when I bought it originally. There was some other one that came on it. I just put this on because it was a smaller and deep dish steering wheel. It was ideal for drifting. Same handbrake and brake bias setup, brake bias valve setup. I used to have the gauges up the top there on the roll cage, and now they in the vents like everyone does, which looks quite clean. Nice little fire extinguisher set down there. He's just added some more carpet and interior to it, which I was going to do eventually. But yeah, he's added interior carpets and stuff just to make it a bit more comfortable, I guess, driving, and less noise. I think it's had some sound deadening installed, and it stops all the heat being generated from the gearbox tunnel. When I previously had it, there was so much heat that would come from this gearbox tunnel because there was just literally bare metal, which I kind of wish it had now, because I believe he's removed the heater matrix. The car now has literally zero heating whatsoever, so when driving or cruising, say, at night, it does get cold in here. Like, even though like everything is warm, like the interior does get cold. Glad he's kept all the original stickers that were on there when I had it from Japan. The only thing is he has painted the interior. Used to be a nice like sparkly silver. He has sort of painted it matte black, which alright, fair enough, it does look clean, and the whole car's been sort of restored, painted. The only good thing is he did leave the Nagata Super Low drifter sticker there, if you can see it. Get in here. So yeah, he did leave that on there, which is good because that is sort of the history, origin of where the car came from and where everyone knows it from. It has also got some nice Corvu bucket seats. I believe they're the same ones I've got in my 350. Very comfortable. These ones are a bit more weathered and less good condition than my 350, but still a great seat overall, comfortable, affordable. Quick release is gone, but doesn't really need that. There's no stereo radio. It is there. I might plug it back in just because every time you turn the car on, you've got the Japanese toll card saying, which was quite cool. But yeah, he's done a decent job. Obviously, quite rare example is it's a Japanese import and it's got a sunroof. So a lot of the Australian models have optional extras like sunroofs. You can find them with sunroofs, a lot of them, but to find a Japanese model with a sunroof is quite rare. So that is partly the reason I wanted it back. Let's go to the bit everyone wants to see. Oh, the bay. So as you can see here, we have a full V-mount setup, massive intercooler there, your oil cooler there, and your rad is underneath. This is how I got it originally. The turbo is a TD06 25, the original Greddy one from that it came from Japan. I had that rebuilt by Midland Turbos when I was rebuilding the car. I added obviously Spitfire coil packs, the radium fuel rail with the Bosch 1050 ID injectors, just to sort out the fuel in and fuel system like ready for mapping. It had a really old wastegate on it as well when got it, like some, I can't remember the make of it, but it was such a weird old wastegate that was leaking completely. So Jack Tonkin at Jay's garage got him down there and got him to weld on a proper V-band tile wastegate before mapping. So yeah, the car's running 1.3 bar just on wastegate spring pressure because it's not forged. Maximum, he said, you really want to run on a stock engine. It's got a 1.5mm lead gasket, straight cam, black top, S13, SR20. That's what it sounds like it does. So yeah, got the chase bays, power steering kicks. The car never came with power steering from Japan. The only thing is the cooling system I need to sort out now. I've got a new thermostat for it, depending if it has one or not, but I'm going to put one in because it's still going to like go to shows and stuff, so I want to kind of have a thermostat in there. I've got a new water pump for it. Going to relocate these rubber lines that go right, they seem to go right down underneath like rad, creating like a U-bend sort of thing, so which is not good for a coolant system. You kind of want short lines. Apart from that, and the drive shaft that's fucked. But I quite like the new look. I'm going to leave it like this for a little bit and see how she goes. Forgot to show the the damage from drift lab, which isn't that bad considering the whole day of drifting. So yeah, just slight fiberglass damage here where I reversed into the bank. Apart from that, she's good. So gonna for a clean up because tomorrow she is going to get an alarm fitted. Look at the state of that. Fucking disgusting, Jan. Giving a motor well deserved clean after its abusive drift day. I had to catch up the camera, I just smashed my knee off that. Oh, what a fucking knobhead. I forgot to mention earlier as well, these wheels didn't come on the car. These are the wheels off my 350. It came with the 326 power wheels. Shiny boys, but didn't want to drift for those. Now, I know this might sound a bit odd to some people. If you're into cars like I am, this is a very surreal moment. Even just cleaning this car for the first time again since I previously owned it is like, if you know, you know. Like, if you're into cars and you've had that one car that you've always loved, adored, and like you had to get rid of it for whatever reason, you wish you never had to get rid of it. If you're into cars, you'll understand. Like, even just cleaning this again for the first time is starting to sink in that it's mine again. I generally can't believe it. I'm so, honestly, just so gassed that I managed to get it back after so long. Crazy. So I'm hoping you can see this, but now the car is like semi-dry, you can fully appreciate the paintwork on this car. It is so clean. Look at that. Oh man, I love this car. So on closer inspection, that is not good at all. That's a lot worse than I thought. Now I've given the car a clean. It looks unreal. The paint looks mega. Bit worse than I thought originally. From the damage at Driftland, I've noticed I've chipped paint here, which has gone through. So there's that that's happened. Then this damage here, also not ideal. And then if you look underneath, I've took a chunk out of here. This has actually been pretty badly scraped where I've backed into the verge at Driftland, but it could probably be buffed out. Then you've got some damage here to fiberglass. Quite a bit of damage up here, which I obviously mentioned earlier. This has also popped out, should I say. So in the boot, I'll show you now that where I've gone backwards in, it's moved that panel slightly. So yeah, that's a bit worse than I originally thought. Obviously we've cracked Down here, it's been flapping about a bit, so that's been scraping the paint off there. So that needs to be stuck down there somehow, which I think would have happened anyway regardless of the drift day. Slightly, I don't know if this was me, but I've slightly cracked the fender there. How low the car isn't drifting. Oh yeah, it's fully cracked the paint. Brilliant. Moving on to the front bumper. This is where I hit the curb. Drift land, it's held together fine. Could buff it out a bit. It's not broken at all. But where the whole bumper's like moved upwards, where I've hit the curb, it's cracked it here quite significantly. And this is me on the trailer being impatient, but other than that, she's alright. But slightly worse than I thought. But not unfixable. So yeah, it's just bodywork at the end of the day. It's bound to happen when you're taking a car you've actually never drifted on a drift day. That is the 15. A few like service bits to do now. Literally got like I said before, putting a thermostat in it because it's going to be going to shows. If there isn't one in there, got a new water pump for it. Got a new drive shaft that side because the boot's gone, but also the joint's gone, and replace that, and then the other one that I take off, repair it myself, and just sort out the coolant, get the cooling system working properly as it should. Yeah, enjoy it. Enjoy the summer. I did notice as well after the drift day I have buggered up the box a little bit. I don't know if I fucked the synchro first or second. What I've done, I know I crunched it once and ever since then it sometimes pops out of gear and makes a fucking horrible noise, so potentially might need that looking at because it's got a 370Z Nismo gearbox in it with a Mazwork and clutch adapter plate, stage 4. Beautiful car. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Just a little update on the 15, basically to show you all the S15 in the flesh, how it looks now. If you enjoyed the video, there'll be an update on the 350 soon. I might potentially be getting rid of that now because sort of the winter drift bash stuff is going to come to an end, like the last pod days on the 19th of March, and then I don't know when else I'll get to use it, so that's probably just going to sit there all summer. I'm potentially going to get rid of that because I'll be using the 15 over summer to go shows and stuff, so stay tuned because there's a surprise coming. I have purchased another vehicle for the channel. It's more, I'm not going to keep the car, it's more like for content for the channel. Well, I might keep the car, you never know actually, because I used to own one previously myself, so this car that I've bought, I have owned one before, so it is close to my heart again. Just stay tuned for that. So, but hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, share and subscribe. Cheers.